Military tanks are among the most powerful land weapons ever created. Over the past century, armies around the world have developed many different types of tanks, each designed for a specific role on the battlefield. Some focus on destroying enemy armor, others support infantry assaults, and some specialize in reconnaissance or air defense. Understanding these different types reveals how armored warfare evolved from the muddy trenches of World War I to the advanced battlefields of today. Every type of military battle tank explained in detail. 1. Main battle tanks, or MBTs. The main battle tank MBT is the dominant type of tank used in modern armies. It combines heavy firepower, strong armor protection, and high mobility into a single versatile vehicle capable of handling most battlefield situations. MBTs replaced the earlier system of separate light, medium, and heavy tanks because technological advances allowed engineers to combine those capabilities into one design. Modern MBTs typically carry large caliber cannons between 120 millimeters and 125 millimeters, advanced fire control systems, thermal sights, and composite armor designed to defeat anti-tank weapons. These vehicles are designed to engage enemy tanks, destroy fortified positions, and support infantry units. One of the most widely produced MBTs is the T-72, which entered service in the 1970s and has been produced in large numbers for multiple countries. It typically carries a 125 millimeter smoothbore gun and uses composite armor combined with explosive reactive armor for protection. Modern Western tanks such as the American M1 Abrams and the German Leopard 2 represent later generations of MBTs, incorporating digital targeting systems, advanced sensors, and improved armor technology. 2. Light tanks. Light tanks are smaller and faster than main battle tanks. They sacrifice heavy armor in favor of speed, mobility, and lower weight. Because of this, they are often used for reconnaissance missions, rapid deployment, and operations in difficult terrain such as mountains or jungles. Historically, light tanks were among the earliest armored vehicles deployed in warfare. During World War II, they served as scouts and support vehicles rather than direct tank-to-tank combat machines. A classic example is the Panzer 38T. This tank was relatively small but reliable and played an important role in early German armored operations. Today, many countries still use modern light tanks for reconnaissance and expeditionary forces that need lighter armored vehicles capable of being transported quickly by aircraft. 3. Medium tanks. Medium tanks were once the most common type of tank used in warfare. They attempted to balance speed, armor, and firepower, making them versatile vehicles for both offensive and defensive operations. During World War II, medium tanks formed the backbone of armored divisions. They were strong enough to engage enemy vehicles, but still mobile enough for large-scale maneuvers across the battlefield. An example of a Cold War medium tank is the M47 Patton. Introduced in the early 1950s, it carried a 90-millimeter cannon and served in several conflicts around the world. As tank technology improved, the distinction between medium and heavy tanks gradually disappeared, leading to the development of the main battle tank concept. 4. Heavy tanks. Heavy tanks were designed for maximum protection and firepower. These vehicles were built to withstand enemy gunfire while delivering devastating blows against opposing armor and fortified defenses. Heavy tanks usually had thicker armor and larger guns than other tank classes, but this also made them slower and more difficult to maintain. They required powerful engines and complex logistic support. Heavy tanks played a major role during World War II. Tanks such as the German Tiger series and Soviet IS series were capable of destroying enemy vehicles from long distances while absorbing significant damage. However, heavy tanks eventually became obsolete. Advances in armor materials and engine technology allowed modern MBTs to achieve similar levels of protection and firepower without the extreme weight of earlier heavy tank designs. 5. Tank destroyers. Tank destroyers are specialized armored vehicles designed specifically to hunt and destroy enemy tanks. Unlike traditional tanks, they often prioritize powerful guns and mobility over heavy armor. Many tank destroyers use a fixed gun mounted in the hull rather than a rotating turret. This allows them to carry larger weapons while keeping the vehicle smaller and easier to conceal. One famous example is the Jagdpanzer 38T, commonly known as the Hetzer. used a powerful 7.5-centimeter anti-tank gun mounted in a low-profile armored hull. Tank destroyers were especially important during World War II, when armies needed dedicated vehicles capable of countering heavily armored enemy tanks. 6. Assault guns. Assault guns are armored vehicles designed to support infantry during attacks on fortified positions. Instead of engaging enemy tanks directly, they focus on destroying bunkers, machine gun nests, and defensive structures. These vehicles usually mount their main gun directly in the hull rather than in a turret. This design makes them lower to the ground and easier to protect with armor. Assault guns proved extremely effective during World War II. They provided heavy firepower to infantry units while maintaining the protection of armored vehicles. 7. Self-propelled anti-aircraft tanks. Some tanks are designed specifically to defend ground forces against aircraft. These vehicles are often referred to as self-propelled anti-aircraft systems. Instead of heavy cannons for destroying tanks, they carry rapid-fire autocannons or surface-to-air missiles capable of shooting down helicopters, drones, and low-flying aircraft. Modern versions also include radar and targeting systems that allow them to track airborne threats while moving alongside armored formations. 8. Amphibious tanks. Amphibious tanks are designed to operate both on land and in water. They are often used during amphibious assaults or river crossing operations. These tanks are equipped with flotation devices, waterproof hulls, or propellers that allow them to move across water without sinking. Amphibious tanks played an important role during World War II landings and continue to be used by countries with large coastlines or island territories. 9. Armored engineering tanks. Armored engineering vehicles are tanks modified for construction and support tasks on the battlefield. Instead of focusing on combat, these vehicles help clear obstacles, remove mines, and build temporary bridges. They often carry equipment such as bulldozer blades, cranes, and mine-clearing plows. Because they operate near combat zones, they usually retain strong armor protection to keep their crews safe. These vehicles are essential for enabling armored units to advance through difficult terrain or heavily defended areas. The evolution of tank warfare. The concept of the tank first appeared during World War I when armies needed a vehicle capable of crossing trenches and resisting machine gun fire. Early tanks were slow and mechanically unreliable, but they demonstrated the potential of armored warfare. By World War II, tanks had become faster, more powerful, and far more effective. Armored divisions played a decisive role in major battles across Europe, North Africa, and the Pacific. During the Cold War, military engineers began developing more advanced armored vehicles that combined the best features of earlier tank designs. This led to the modern main battle tank, which remains the primary armored fighting vehicle used by armies today. Experimental designs also emerged during this period. One example was the MBT-70, a joint project intended to create a next-generation tank with advanced technology such as hydropneumatic suspension and powerful weapon systems. Although the project was eventually canceled, it influenced many later tank designs. To truly understand how tanks dominate modern battlefields, it is important to look deeper into the technologies and doctrines that shape their design and use. Tanks are not simply armored vehicles with large cannons. They are complex combat systems that combine advanced engineering, electronics, and tactical strategy. Over the decades, militaries have continuously refined tank technology to counter new threats, improve survivability, and increase battlefield effectiveness. One of the most critical aspects of modern tanks is their armor protection. Early tanks in the First World War relied mainly on thick steel plates to stop bullets and shrapnel. However, as anti-tank weapons improved, simple steel armor was no longer enough. Engineers began developing composite armor systems that combined multiple layers of materials such as steel, ceramics, and specialized alloys. These materials work together to absorb and deflect the energy of incoming projectiles. Modern tanks like the M1 Abrams use advanced composite armor that provides significantly better protection than traditional steel armor of the same weight. Another major advancement in tank protection is explosive reactive armor. This system consists of small panels attached to the outside of a tank's hull and turret. When a shape-charged warhead strikes the panel, the explosive inside detonates outward, disrupting the incoming projectile and reducing its ability to penetrate the main armor. Tanks such as the T-90 use reactive armor extensively to increase their survivability against modern anti-tank missiles and rocket launchers. Beyond physical armor, modern tanks also rely on active protection systems. These systems detect incoming projectiles using radar or sensors, and then launch countermeasures to intercept them before they hit the vehicle. Some systems fire small explosive charges that destroy the incoming missile, while others use electronic jamming to disrupt guidance systems. These technologies represent a major shift in tank defense, turning the vehicle from a passive armored platform into an active defensive system capable of neutralizing threats in real time. Firepower is another defining feature of tanks. The main gun mounted on a modern MBT is capable of destroying heavily armored targets at distances of several kilometers. These cannons are usually smoothbore guns designed to fire high-velocity, armor-piercing rounds. One of the most powerful tank guns in use today is the 120mm smoothbore cannon used on the Leopard 2. This weapon can fire a variety of ammunition types, including armor-piercing saber rounds designed specifically to penetrate enemy tank armor. The ammunition used by tanks is highly specialized. Armor-piercing, fin-stabilized discarding saber rounds, often abbreviated as APFSDS, use a long metal penetrator fired at extremely high speed. When the round strikes an armored target, the concentrated kinetic energy allows it to punch through thick armor plates. Other rounds, such as high-explosive anti-tank shells, use shaped charges to focus explosive force into a narrow jet capable of melting through armor. Conclusion: from light reconnaissance vehicles to heavily armored main battle tanks, each type of tank serves a specific purpose in modern warfare. These machines combine powerful weapons, protective armor, and advanced mobility to dominate land battles. While technology continues to evolve, with drones, missiles, and digital targeting systems changing how wars are fought, tanks remain one of the most important tools for ground forces. Their ability to deliver massive firepower while protecting their crews ensures that armored vehicles will continue to shape the future of warfare for decades to come.